Hey guys, today I just kind of wanted to take some time and I guess vent isn't the right word, but I just kind of wanted to talk about, go away, some stuff that's been on my mind lately ever since my YouTube channel kind of exploded out of thin air. Maybe clear up some misconceptions about YouTube and YouTube fame and all that kind of stuff. I don't really have anyone to talk about it with in particular in my real world group of friends. Most of them don't really get what I do, and most people in general don't really get what I do. So, yeah. I guess I just want to talk about some of the behind the scenes stuff and what happens on a day to day basis, and some of my philosophies, I guess. Just stuff I want to get off my chest, and some things that people don't really experience unless they're at my level. That sounded like such a prick thing to say. Get on my level. I didn't mean like that. That being said, I am probably going to sound like a prick saying a lot of this stuff coming up throughout this video, and I really don't mean to sound as mean as it might sound. So, first thing, I guess, is collaborations. I get a lot of requests to collaborate with other YouTubers, and I'd say 98% of those requests are from people who have barely any Destiny content or are under 1,000 subscribers. Probably most of that is under 500 subscribers. And I've also had some pretty large YouTubers contact me about wanting to do collaborations. And I've developed some sort of relationship with those guys. So the first douchebag thing I'm going to say is that there needs to be a reason for me, and by extension everyone else who does YouTube, for me to collaborate with you. You know what I mean? Like, why am I going to play with you over my group of friends or other YouTubers? You know? I got an email from a very high-profile YouTuber. He has almost 1 million subscribers. Who do you think I'm going to play with? Am I going to play with the guy who has 1 million subscribers and who kind of gets what we're doing, or am I going to play with the guy with 500? You know, another minor thing is time. YouTube is slowly becoming my main source of income, so I need to manage my time wisely. If I collaborate with everybody who ever asks me, I'm not going to have time to do any of my own stuff. And that's what people originally come to my channel for, is for my stuff. So I need to be very picky about who I spend my time with, if anyone. I greatly value my solitude, and not only do I need to be picky about who I play with, I am very picky about who I play with in general, because in general, I don't like people. Don't like people that much. I've spent so much time about thinking about what other people think of me, and me not wanting to hurt their feelings, that I never really spent any time considering my own feelings and what I've ever wanted to do, if that makes sense. And my thoughts on most matters are go away, leave me alone, because I'm a jerk. So the thing is I've been there. You know, I've been at that 1,000 subscriber mark. Everyone has. I've played the game. I know what 99% of these people are trying to do. And I think the reason why it pisses me off more than others is because I know that while I got help growing my YouTube channel, I absolutely got help growing my YouTube channel, not once did I ever ask for anything. I never emailed someone asking for something, asking for a collaboration, asking for a shout out. Everyone who has wanted to collaborate or associate themselves with me has been out of their own volition or their own desire to work with me. And I take a lot of pride in that. You know, that means I'm making pretty good stuff. So when I see these guys at 900, 500, 100 subscribers emailing me, which, by the way, it's a business email address. It's not a general, hey, just feel free to email me address. Please stop doing that if you're doing that. You know, when I see these people asking for a free shout out or to collaborate, and I see 7 videos in the past 5 months on their channel, it's just, you know, it's annoying. Especially considering what I was able to accomplish without ever having to ask for help. Don't get me wrong, I got help. I totally recognize that. But I never asked for it. And as douchey it is to say that, you know, I have a brand now. It might not be very big, but it's my brand. And my brand is, you know, theory crafting and numbers and being smart about the game. And if I decide to associate myself with someone who maybe doesn't make content that I think is high enough quality, and I recommend that content, it's going to look bad on me. And it's going to look bad because it says I don't have good taste. So I know the Destiny community is all, let's all hold hands across America, we all love each other, blah, blah, blah. But I am personally not like that at all. I'm very picky about who I choose to associate myself with, in case you haven't gotten the hint. Now, if you would have talked to me when I had 2,000 subscribers, if you would have talked to 2,000 subscriber me and say, you said everything that you just said when you hit 30,000 subscribers, I would have said, bullshit. I never would have said that. I wanted to be the guy who worked with everyone, who always communicated with my audience and all that stuff. But things changed. My perspective changed. You know, when you only get messages because people want something from you, where you'll get no investment on return, or no return on investment, I always do that. I always mix up words. You just tend to get annoyed, and you tend to just ignore most messages. I know the only reason that people with 1,000 or less subscribers message me about wanting to collaborate is because they want some publicity. That's it. That's all they want. Rarely is there a genuine desire. You know where you get genuine desire from? The people who are bigger than me. The 1 million subscriber guy. That's genuine desire. They have nothing to gain from grouping with me. Absolutely nothing. And there will be a day when I work with someone who is at a lower subscriber level than myself, and it'll be because they produce content that I firmly believe is of very high quality. You know, I never really see messages from the people in the 10,000, 20,000, 40,000 range. It's always 1,000 and below, because those guys in the 10K, 20K range, they pretty much already know what they're doing. I'll give an example, I guess, of someone who just kind of bothered me. Guy I know, not involved with Destiny, but at the time was doing similar videos, you know, pretty news-driven, plenty to talk about. All I'd ever see him do is yap on Twitter about wanting subscribers. A lot of talking, a lot of, you know, messaging, like, really high-profile people, trying to get their attention. And on the other hand, I saw his channel rarely getting updated. You know, his channel wasn't that popular. It's probably under the 1,000 subscriber mark. And there was a point where I had more videos in 2 weeks than he had in 3 months. And this was when I still had a regular job in the television industry, which demanded upwards of 12 to 14 hours of my day. And it drove me absolutely insane. And finally, I just snapped at him, and I said, you need to shut the hell up on Twitter. You got to sit down. You got to open up Premiere Pro or whatever editing program you use, and you got to get to work. Why am I able to talk about so much stuff with my game, and yet all I ever see this guy doing, or all I ever see you doing, is yap on Twitter, I want subscribers, and I see one video a week out of you. You know, it was just the most obnoxious thing to see, especially knowing that I had made it without having to resort to tactics like that. Just seeing stuff like that is my #1 YouTube pet peeve. Anyway, getting off of that, I guess another thing is my audience in general, and just how I communicate with my audience. You know, 2,000 subscriber me wanted to be the guy who always responded to everyone every time, always addressing issues and stuff like that. And then my channel exploded, and people actually started leaving comments, and now it's just not possible to keep up with everything. I do read most things. I do read most, if not all, of my messages. I read all of the new comments on videos, although sometimes on Twitter I'll see myself tagged in tweets that other people favorite that never actually make it to my interactions page. I don't know what the deal is with that. My Facebook has grown to the point where sometimes they don't alert me to, like, replies and stuff, so that's really annoying. And, you know, I always try and respond to everything in streams, on Twitter, Facebook, since generally stuff in those places is going to be more positive than it is on YouTube. If you've ever been to one of my streams, you know how brutal it can get. God forbid I don't acknowledge the chat for 5 minutes while I'm trying to enjoy the game I'm playing, but that's another story. Hopefully that's going to change when Destiny comes out. I think I get so angry about that is because more than half the time the answer I have to give is I don't know, and I really hate saying that. I really wish I had more concrete answers, but You know, at the same time, I'm not trying to hide info from you guys. If your question hasn't been answered in one of my videos or by someone else, it's probably because there's no answer to it right now. So we just can't answer it. I'm not at the level yet where haters will like me on Facebook and then message me or go to my streams and just spout nonsense, but on YouTube, I remember once when I was watching Game Grumps. I think it was January 2013. Ego Raptor, who, if you don't know, is a really high-profile guy on YouTube and internet fame, and you guys know what I'm saying. I remember him saying that one day he just saw like one bad comment on one of his new videos, and it just bummed him out the whole day. And I remember distinctly saying something along the lines of, "Suck it up. It's just one comment. Who cares? Why can't you just ignore it?" And then I remember putting out a video and getting a bunch of unexpected hate. Not the one that you're thinking of, if you've seen it. I knew that was going to get a bunch of hate on that. It was just like some information video. Who the hell hates on me about an information video? It's purely fact-driven. There's no opinion. And there were just a few comments that seriously pissed me off and just bummed me out the whole goddamn day. And finally, I understood what he meant. And that's just a few bad comments. Even in an ocean of overwhelming support, it can still just totally bum you out so much. It's like, you know, this is my video, this is my content that I worked really hard on, I scripted it out, I meticulously edited the audio and all the video, and I'm trying to entertain people, and I'm getting people telling me that it's terrible, or however mean they want to be. I've gotten a bunch of, you know, kill yourself and stuff like that, and, you know, I'm just some guy, you know? I'm not some infallible entity of YouTube, of fame or whatever. I'm just some guy in a friggin' apartment. That's it. You know, I'm just like any other person. And I mean, I've gotten a lot better at ignoring bad comments or not responding to bad comments, but it really gets to you after a while. You know, it doesn't matter your size. It can absolutely get to you. And what I don't think people really understand is that if it's not happening to you, you don't get it. It's easy to shrug off like a dumb Reddit reply or something like that, but imagine you got them every single day. Every day you're getting a few just stupid, kill yourself. Even if someone of my size, I get it every day somewhere or another, and I'm nobody. You know, I now understand why people disable YouTube comments, despite the positivity of, you know, most of the people. I remember my beta PvP video that came out maybe, I don't know, a couple weeks ago. I didn't see a single hateful message in the comments, and I was just so happy that for once, for one video, I didn't have someone telling me to kill myself or that I was stupid or terrible, you know? I guess those were the big two things that I wanted to talk about. What else do I have? Behind the scenes stuff, I mean, it's pretty much like any other job. I spend plenty of time scripting out my videos because I'm a terrible speaker live, in case you haven't noticed, and if I don't write down my thoughts, I'm going to forget stuff. Much like this script that I'm reading from right now. It's not word for word, but it's close. You know, it can take anywhere from an hour to days to script out a video. Then when I'm happy with the script, I just do the video, which can take anywhere from, you know, a couple of hours to a full day, depending on how long it is and how heavily I want to edit the video. You know, it really is a full-time job, at least what I'm doing. As much as I'd like to just chop up some gameplay with a face cam and slap it up on the channel, not enough people like me for me where that's going to be worth the time spent rendering, and nor is it going to be, you know, just worth it for any sort of monetary reasons. You know what I mean? Because I'm still on the cusp of, like I can sort of do this full-time, but I still need a little bit more, and you know. I take a lot of pride in my work. I don't just, you know, re-upload official Destiny videos. I don't like to toss out filler garbage. You know, don't get me wrong. I hate when I don't have something to upload to the channel. But I won't make a video for the sake of making a video just to have something on the channel. And that's a thing that I don't think some people really get either, is how much time it can take to make something. Not only make something, but make it watchable. Not just make it watchable, but worth watching. I get comments all the time, just make this, just make this. Okay, do I have the footage for this? How long is it going to take to script? Do I have enough information to make a script to add something valuable to the discussion? If I just wanted to make this, you'd see a lot more garbage up on my YouTube channel. And like I said, I also still have a ways to go before people are actually watching me and not watching me solely because of the content that I put up. As much as I like doing those theory crafting videos or anything that takes a while to do, it is a ton of work, and it takes a long time, and I can't put up those kind of videos every day unless I have a team feeding me ideas or I get better with talking where I don't need a script, which is not going to happen. Any day I don't have a video go up, I'm just basically like, well, channel's dead now, didn't upload for 2 days. I dread the weekends because I usually don't upload on weekends to just give myself a break. I don't do stuff on my main channel like unboxing videos, setup video, apartment tour video. Here, you want an apartment tour video? Here we go. Back there's the kitchen. There's my bathroom. There's my bed. There's my computer. There's my AC, and there's a window. Done. You know, it just feels like filler. This channel isn't even going up on my main channel, but most of the people on my main channel probably wouldn't even watch this anyway, so who cares? You know, I even got linked to a NeoGAF post where someone thought I was posting too much. 8 minutes of content a day, I'm posting too much. Really? 8 minutes a day, too much content. And, you know, people say, do vlogs. About what? What do you want me to talk about? I'm still in that mindset of after 2.5 years of doing YouTube content that barely anybody watched, that I'm still in the mindset where no one cares about anything that I have to say if it's not about Destiny or if it's not about Call of Duty, if we're going back a couple of years. I still feel like that guy sitting at 1,000 subscribers trying to claw his way up, so I need to make every video super well made or people are just going to stop caring. And it's probably pressure that I really don't need to be putting on myself, but I do anyway because I'm a lunatic. Last thing I want to mention is that some people think I make a ton of money from doing YouTube. Some people will go to like Social Blade or a YouTube stat tracking website and they'll look at the maximum potential earnings and be like, look how much money you make, it's ridiculous. I'm here to say, it's not that number, okay? It's not even close to that number. I want to look at my number right now. Let's find out. Socialblade.com, and I got myself here. Last 30 days, I have about 1.3 million views. So my estimated earnings, according to socialblade.com as of August 18th, are $640 to $5,100 a month. Okay? People see that $5,000 number and think that I'm just sitting on money. It's not $5,000. It's not $4,000. It's not $3,000. It's not $640, you know, but it's not nearly as much money as you might think. And look how long it took for me to even get to this point. I'm 1 year and 2 months deep into Datto Does Destiny. With the first 3 months, I earned 0. So that's about 1 year of doing YouTube videos. We'll say May 2013 to June 2014. So that's 1 year of doing YouTube videos. I think I earned maybe $1,000 in my first year. And that's with that first 3 months earning a total of $0 because I wasn't in a network. So that's what, $3 a day? And I still get comments or messages about how I just do this for money or how Bungie pays me. They don't, by the way, in case that wasn't obvious. And, you know, so what if I want to do it for the money? I like Destiny. I like editing. I like making videos. People should be glad that I can do this for the money. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to do it as often as I can now. Okay? That's how I make a living, is with the ads. If I wasn't able to do it that often, then, you know, I wouldn't be as big as I am now. So, anyway. I'm done. If you made it this far, thank you very much for watching. Like I said, I'm not looking for sympathy or woe is me or oh my god, the plight of Datto Does Destiny. I just want to plot my thoughts out there because unless you're living it, it's really kind of tough to judge that YouTube life. And I think it was an interesting look considering I was like a nobody for so long and then overnight I became a kind of somebody. And probably because I've been told that bottling my thoughts and feelings up inside only to have them all explode out at once, probably not the best idea in the world. So I figured I'd just make it into a video. Anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. I'll see you next time.